Hello everyone, this is Nick from Raw Skills Bushcraft Survival Adventures here. Thank you for joining me. I'm just at home now and I figured let's have a mess around and make some tinder strips. So all I'm doing here is I'm melting down some candle wax that I usually use for my knife sheaths, and then I'm going to dip some paper in them, let the paper dry, and that'll be my tinder strips. These are going to be easy to fold up, nice and easy to fold up. We'll be able to put those in your pack anywhere you want in the survival kit, carry as many as you want, and then you'll be able to process them up into tinder, make a nice easy to light fire out of them. So stay tuned and we'll see how this goes. So step one, I need to get the wax nice and hot and nice and runny. So all I've got is a foil tin tray, because I don't want to use any of my saucepans because they'll get wrecked with all the wax in there. And then I've just got boiling water underneath, and the heat from the boiling water is just melting my wax. I typically use this to do my knife sheath with, so I've got this wax left over. Oh, but all it is just candle wax, nothing special. And then I've got a tin tray waiting for my wax strips to dry on. So I'll just lay those out like that, get them dry. And then I've just got a couple of sheets of A4 paper to dip in the wax. And we'll see how this goes. Of course, once that's dry, I'll give them a good test outside, and you can see how good they are. I don't need this wax to fully melt down, so I'm just going to crack on as this is. So all I'm going to do here is dip my strips in the wax. I think I'm going to cut these down in half actually, so I make smaller ones so they fit in my pan a little easier. There you go, even better. Let's get those out using a pair of scissors here. So that's one. That's one done. Two. Let them soak for a little bit. And of course they're just soaking the wax straight up, so as you can see. Then I'm going to try something a little different then. I'm going to add some alcohol to the second batch as they dry, just to see see if I can make them a little bit more flammable. And make room for these. So I got some 70% rubbing alcohol here. I'm just going to dip a little bit on my fingers and rub it on. We'll try that, we'll see what happens. That's one special one. We'll do that with 4 of them. We'll do a comparison too. As you see, it's dry nice and quick, so they're basically they're good to go, and they don't really stick together either. So yeah, this next bunch, they're all going to have alcohol on them. We'll see how that works. So I just realised I can just pour that alcohol straight on them, so a little easier. So. And that alcohol will dry. and we'll see how that works. So the second lot, I just put alcohol on top of them to see how that takes. The third lot I'm going to do, I'm actually going to put the alcohol on the paper before I dip it in the wax. And we'll see how it takes. I'm hoping that the alcohol will keep the paper impregnated, but then the wax will waterproof it and toughen the paper up a little bit. So we'll see what happens there. This is just a new idea I just thought of today after watching Fowler's Makery Mischief, and he's showing off the sear paper that he's been using and trying out. So I figured, hey, let's see if I can make my own. Seems like a pretty simple concept, to be honest. So all I'm doing here is I poured some alcohol on the tin foil, and I'm just rubbing these into it. Alright, let's test these puppies out. As you can see, I've got a bowl of water here. I'm also going to dip one of each in the water too before I try and light it. So these are the non-alcohol impregnated ones. These are just wax. Alcohol on top, alcohol in the paper. So we'll see which ones light the best. So this is just the wax. We'll see if they will light by themselves. I'm just gonna tear it up a little. Just give it something to catch on. And it's lit. You see? So all I'm using here is Swedish Army Fire Steel and my need number 2. So that was the first one. Instead of wasting them, let's just tear that off. Put that in the water. Put that in water first, and then we're gonna do the same again. You tear it. Didn't like the water that much. Kind of taking the 90-degree edge off my knife here with this, but okay, so they don't like the water that much. So that is just the wax impregnated ones. Alcohol on top. I expect these to take pretty good on top. Killed my 90-degree edge on my knife, but I'll have to redo it. And that's burning right there, so that's the alcohol on top. And all the sparks coming off because I'm shredding this fire rod. Killing my 90-degree edge on the concrete. So dip that one in there. Let's see how that does. See, that one's still burning. Now that one sort of lit. Oh, it's going. That one's going. So that still went well. Of course, a lot of sparks coming off this fire steel. So, okay, last but not least, these are the impregnated ones with the alcohol on the inside and the wax on the outside. Tear that up a little bit. The wax didn't stick to them as well, but she's burning. Let's minus the water with the water. She's burning. So that's the best one with the water so far. Frankly, they all work pretty good. This one's still burning down here. That was the alcohol on the top with the wax on the bottom. So yeah, I think that's a good little thing to play with. Hopefully that's helpful for you. Thank you for watching. This is Nick from Raw Skills Bushcraft Survival Adventures. Thanks again. One more thing I'd like to add is this here is 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10 strips. Look how much they fold up. They fold up real small. Put those in your pack, put those in your survival kit. That's golden. I mean, that fits anywhere really. There's no excuse you can't light a fire with these. So I think that's a good little thing to make, and they only take 5 minutes, as you can see right there. It took me longer to heat the wax up than it did to make these. So I think it's well worth the time. Thanks again.